Alrighty, g'day, g'day everyone, and welcome. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope everyone's well. Quick sound check. Sounds like I'm coming through okay. Hope everyone's had a good weekend. Before we do begin, folks, just familiarise yourself with the standard disclaimer, which says that everything is for educational purposes only, and that by continuing you agree to that, and that you make decisions on your own behalf and you're responsible for your own decisions. Okay, so now that we've got that out the way, let's have a look, folks. So, had some news last week that we were watching for and expecting. The Fed has maintained a bit of a hawkish stance. So CPI numbers came out, the Fed made some noise and the market moved. And just before I do get into it too, I did make a mention, the CAD yen trade that I put out moved okay. I did make a note here, you probably can't read that, but I said the trade's triggered and not really moved on. WTI's actually pulled back, so this was actually showing relative strength. With the USD news and the weekend close, you may consider lightening or closing out the position. Right? I don't know whether that went through on the app, I'm not sure. But anyway, so we will have a quick look at that. It's actually moved on. We'll have a look at that I'll have a look at that in a moment. So there we go. So a bit of a quieter week, folks. Now the S&P 500, who remembers our conversation last week where I was expecting B wave, a B looking for C? Who remembers that? G'day Ruida. Alright, so it's bullish push here. Wasn't getting too carried away. We can clearly see even just the good old trusty trend line. Come on. Sorry about this. Off the top there. Alright, so we've tagged that area. We pulled back. So we did mention, I thought we'd had 5 waves down, looking for ABC up. And then you can clearly see that Friday's news kind of pushed it through. So now what are we looking for? I'm still looking for a move down, possible move down. So far so good. This is a very sharp move. I'm not going to dig right into the wave structure here. There could be a 1-2. This is pretty big though. So I need to let this play out. In any case, here's the 40-60 box that we spoke about from this move. Okay, so it's pulled back into that box. I want to see what it does from here on. But we were right to be cautious. Get rid of that pitchfork now. So in terms of my base channel as well, these are the things that I look at, see through here. So there's the center of the base channel, often an area where it pulls up. So you can see we're right into that. Remains bullish as long as it's above the lows here. What else can we look at here? Let's put an extension on here. So looking for ABCDs or ABC leg. Okay, so what I'm looking at, move here. I want to see the same magnitude. And look, there it is right there. Okay, so we're right near it. So that would be a large ABC or a B, C, D leg, where AB equals CD right here. All right, so that's what I'm looking at. The other ratio is right down here, which is pretty big. More inclined to think in here. So I just want to see how that plays out. So risk off scenario. Yet the yen pairs don't seem to be kind of following suit. All right, so the Nasdaq, very similar. Dow, very similar. The VIX, well, we had a heads up here, didn't we? So this is not falling away anytime soon. All right, so dollar index. G'day, Justin. Still continuing up. Euro dollar. Right, so it pushed down on that news. It was already down, pushed up, then pushed down. So what I'm looking at, so it's certainly at parity on the daily chart. Right, so we're just basing around this low. I'm still looking for got a 5 to complete somewhere in here. Still bearish. I expect this maybe just to maybe pull back in a bit. You can see we've got no clear direction on the 4 hour. It's got a big shake out both sides. So just let this play out, folks. Well, so I'm not really seeing much there. All right, so what am I seeing? Okay, so it's a couple worth mentioning. Before we get into the others, CAD Swiss. Spoke about CAD Swiss last week. Moved through here. We had the monthly pivot right there. So we had some targets right on the monthly pivot. I think that was Alistair asked that. So that was right on it. Within, gosh, what were we within? 1 pip, one and a half pips. So if I'm in front of the computer and it's that close, I just take it. So that was what we're looking at. I don't know why that's there. But that can. Don't know why that's up there. Anyway. Another one worth mentioning. Euro yen. So euro's down, right, but yet euro yen is clearly up. So we're not actually seeing a lot of let me just bring up the sorry to just trail off there. Let me bring up one of the charts and you'll see. Okay, so here we go. Let's have a look at the yen's 4 hour chart. You can see that we're really not getting yen buying. So we're getting a little bit of a mixed signals daily. Oh, so we're actually getting yen selling, look. Let's have a look at the Swiss. So Swiss is not really, there's no real major buying with the Swiss either, is there? All right, so Euro Yen's one worth keeping on your radar. Just be careful, it's getting near the channel line here. but nice little V reversal accumulation. So this has worked. So you can see there's the channel. Here's the V reversal here. Right, so we've got the trend on the 4 hours is up. It's a little bit of an extension here. This is not bad though. So from this low here, well, this looks like a leading diagonal. So see we've got a possible 1, 2. So some sort of third in here. I want to see this kind of give us a move like this. So that's worth watching. I'm not going to put it on the list because it's kind of a little bit close here and still got a bit of work to do. But that's one to keep your eye on. Alright, so what is it that I do like? Just remember too, it's still Monday. So still got that risk off status. Okay, so Swiss yen setting up again. Yes, Howard. Alright, so we're around near this high again. So we had the move into B wave here. Right, we pause there, so that was a good little trade through there. And then we've pulled back. And now we're setting up again with some sort of cut with handle. It's not too bad on the daily. Right, just the start of some early momentum. Be careful with the high right here. If you remember last time, targets, I didn't put them right up. I just didn't feel like it had enough power to get there, but look, so far so good. Actually tagged all three, didn't it? A big pullback. So some nice momentum through here. If we get something early like that, a bit of a swing, or 1, 2, 3 in here, yes. Or even here at the start of oops. Start of something like this. That would be okay to get an early entry. So that's what I'm seeing there. Swiss yen. Dollar yen. How did everybody go last week? Did you manage to keep your powder dry? I think it was a good week to stay out. There was a couple of opportunities, but in terms of trading opportunities, it was probably a third of what I would kind of see. So I did grab a couple of good ones. Dollar yen, pause at the anchor, pull back to the 8. The 8 and the 20 now looking reasonable. Look, it's a nice look. So right at the high again, very similar. Let's be mindful where it is. Yeah, safe. Oh, very good, Alistair. Green week. So it's weeks like last week that test our patience, isn't it? It's what you do in those weeks that define you as a trader, not when everything's pumping and running well. All right, so reasonable strength through here. Dollar yen, I'd prefer to see give us some sort of complex pullback in here and start to make a move out. All right, so it's still early days. Just let these pullbacks play out. Don't get too early on them. You can see here, you got too early on that, thinking A, B, C. You can easily get caught with that. You might have hung in there with this one. The dollar yen. Okay, WTI is on the move again. So we got this right. So WTI, we got this right from the low. A couple of opportunities in there. There's one in there as well. It's right at the daily 200. I'll be a little bit careful of that, but we may as well say we've got price acceptance now, which is good. Next target is up here. Here's the 40-60 box from this leg. So that's what I'm looking. So far so good. If it can pause here and break the 200, you can see it's clearly paused at it before. There's a little bit of a price void up to here. 4 hour. Where it's given the cut with handle. Potential entry through there. Don't know whether anyone got that one. Just remember that 200 on the daily's coming through here. So is it going to mill around this for a while and just shake out? Possibly. Let's just wait and see. A little bit of early momentum in here. Same thing. Let this show its hand. So far so good though. Aussie yen. Aussie yen, I've been watching this around here. So this is the anchor as well. Got the big V reversal. Reasonable pullback here. So here's the 20, look, rising 20, pretty good. Here's the 8. So we've got a beautiful, air gap through here. This is not bad at all. Nice outside engulfing here. Shake out through here. Nice little V reversal, pull back to the 20. This looks pretty good. All right, so I'll be looking for entries in around here. The very earliest entry is probably, oh no, there we go. So there's B wave. So there's that shakeout. All right, so it's not bad. You're considering this, put your stop down here, initial stop. That's not bad. You're concerned about this and the high. Wait for another setup afterwards. All right. Pretty good though. You can see it's already tagged the high here once. Big shakeout afterwards. This is why you don't take these stretched breakouts. Shook everybody out through here and then off it goes again. It's not bad. So back to the 61 here. Back to the 50 for the whole move. It's pretty good. Right, look at the 15 minute. 1, 2, anchor break. It's not bad. So choose your favourite entry on that one, folks. So far, so good. Aussie yen. Let's have a quick look at the Aussie. So the Aussie's showing a bit of strength. Not a lot though. Okay, Aussie, New Zealand. We got this right back here with a wedge. Right, so this is just continuing. No, I was going to say. So this has moved already too. Just in the time that we've been streaming. Right, so that was that was reasonable too. Okay, but it's triggered. Alright, you've heard me say often you'll get shallow moves back around the 8, look, and then you'll get the bigger one back to the 20, or that is the bigger one. So it's already triggered. So same thing, you have to wait for another pullback on that one. Well, we might get around the high. You may get, some sort of maybe ABC through here. Here's a 20. Hey there, Marco. Hey, nice to see you. It's like a reunion, isn't it? All right, so that's good. Aussie, New Zealand. CAD yen, that was the one that we spoke about. This wasn't bad. This was it here, look. So it triggered, nice setup, and it milled around, almost took the stop out, milled around. When I posted that message, was when it was about here. I don't know whether that message actually came through. But here was that news on Friday night, so that would have taken you out if you took that just passive. So you can see then it actually went to our areas, and look, nice pause at the first one. So if you didn't close that out prior to the weekend, it would have been a full stop out. Otherwise you probably would have closed it out for maybe a small win, small loss, or a break even. Very good, Marco. So far, so good. I'll put the pitchfork across here. It's holding that. It's holding that acceleration. So look for another setup on this. Well, we're right here. Preferably, back in around an area of value. Just remember this did move on its own. This held up better than oil, but it will get pushed around by oil. Right, it is a bit of a proxy for oil. Just be careful where it is though too. So it's right at the anchor, the daily anchor. Nice strength into it though. That's CAD yen. So there's quite a few actually, folks. Quite a few to look at. Singapore yen. Singapore yen and CAD yen, very similar. Look. So there's the anchor. We were watching this last week. Nice little base structure through here. Here's that same shakeout. on the news last week. Nice momentum here though. So just be mindful of the high. Right? May come up, give you something in there. If it pops, maybe look for the breakout afterwards. Just a little bit. Look at the look of the 8 and the 20. All right, so they've got this air gap in here. We don't want to see too much, the momentum get sort of too quick. So see here, it's done that, but then it's kind of cleared up. See the difference? The difference in the look. Right. Here it's remained sort of reasonably steady. Right. So just notice that. The short-term momentum gets ahead of itself. See that? So the 60 minutes under the 20 now too. We've got a flat 20. The only way I'd be interested in this is if for some reason it came up and paused here. That would give it a look like that. Singapore yen. Shorts, straight out shorts. Sorry, they're all candle trend longs because I haven't actually got price acceptance yet on the anchor. Okay, now Bitcoin last week we said short, so we can see that clearly moved on the news as well. We're looking at it through here. So I would let this pull back in and let it still maybe a tad early. You can see the area I'm looking at. Get it head back down kind of like this. So it's nothing clean there yet on the smaller time frames. It could even pull back in a bit harder. That's what I'm seeing with Bitcoin. Could be a little bit of short-term strength. Could easily come up here too. Where did I put the 40-60 box? Right here. There it is there. That's the retracements I'm watching. It's right in it. And, support become resistance in here. That's a little early. British pound. British pound continued short, albeit on that shakeout. We were watching this on the 4 hour. Remember this last week, this triangle? So, in true FX form, we get the shakeout first and then it goes. Thankfully, it didn't kind of trigger through here first. So, still keep looking for shorts. 1, 2, is this 3? Oops, 4. Looking for 5 through here. Yes, possibly. See that? It is. There's 1. Looking for the same magnitude down here. Need to drill into this leg. See what this is giving. It looks like third wave, fourth down. If we get something like this, that would be worthy. Keep your eye on that one. British pound. Okay, gold I didn't really like safe. Gold still looks short. We're looking for, remember here, we're looking for the test of 61 and 67. We got it. But then here, the pullback has remained, look, in the 40-60 box, easily. So what does that tell us about this swing? This swing is still bearish. Here's the 20. In terms of moves down as well. 1, 2, definitely third through here. Those that like Elliott will agree with this. Look, we got another. So this looks like a flat. This looks like a zigzag 4 in here. Looks like we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, and looking for 5. That's what I'm seeing so far. Big move here. Still bearish though. Right, pull back into the 50 level through here. Right, so there's our levels, 38, 50, 61, 67. So anywhere through there, I'm still going to consider this bearish. Whereas 1, 2, it's in here somewhere. Probably have to assume it's here. So I don't want to see. I want to see price above here. Does that make sense? Bit of strength here. That was my only concern with this. Right, and typical gold, look, here's the 61, here's the 67. Right, so we've got that shakeout. Bit of strength here. See how this plays out in here. The line in the sand for this move is right here, so it's right on it. So you can see why it's kind of crunch time, safe. That's what I'm seeing, folks. Some reasonable setups for the start of the week. Nothing, a couple there that are setting up now. AJ. Excuse me. Yeah. So some reasonable ones. Yens, as we said. So we had a bit of a quiet week last week, waiting for the news. So we've got that news now. So hopefully that takes the handbrake off. And if you've got the app, look out for the watch list. If not, take a screenshot of that, folks. All right, folks. Thank you for your company. Remember, it is, it's Tuesday. I was going to say it's Monday. It's Tuesday. So don't forget Workshop Wednesday tomorrow as well. So we'll do Setting the Stage, or the Realities of Trading, Part 3. And let's expand on some of the topics. Even if you are, reasonably intermittent, use the opportunity, use the workshop as reinforcing, folks. So, you'll learn something out of it as well, even if you've been trading for a little while. So folks, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And don't forget, Thursday too is live market analysis again. All right, folks, take care, trade safe, and we will see you tomorrow. Alrighty, bye for now.